No, I was shot in the shoulder and the leg. But when I fell, I hit my head, and I was totally blind for a month.
So your dark glasses have nothing to do with you being a Jack Nicholson impersonator?
No, my eyes are still sensitive to the sun and certain types of lighting.
You know, I've heard some stories before, but this one is definitely the most creative.
Oh, well, everything he said is true.
Stop helping.
Hey, keep that down, man. Come on, they're gonna see you. What do you care, Mickey? Girlfriend won't give you any trouble.
Rebecca's a dog, man. I don't want to have anything to do with her.
Yeah, right, Mickey. She dissed you in third period. Everybody heard. Why you want to hang around a Jew girl anyway? Yeah, man. She talks too much and is way too smart for your dumbness. I stood across from her in biology class. I thought it was the frog, man. But no, she's got this bad odor thing going on.
Fill that up, man. I didn't know she was a Jew. So we gotta teach that girl something. So we gotta teach them all something.
So you and your family just travel around the country and see stuff?
Well, sort of, I guess.
And your mom teaches you. That must be weird.
Oh, she's a great teacher, but she's really strict. No slacking off when Mom hands out the assignments.
Well, what about you, Rebecca? What's life like around here?
Boring. I work here, go to school, work here some more. I don't go anywhere.
Seems like a pretty good job. How long you been doing it?
All my life. My dad owns a place. He's not too fond of me talking to the customers. Especially the cute ones.
You think Josh is cute?
Yeah, in a Brad Pitt meets Johnny Depp sort of way.
Well, is that good enough for an ice cream after you get off? Or tomorrow, or the next day?
My father wouldn't approve.
Hey, get out.
Give me the beer back.
You're underage. Come on.
Yeah, whatever. We got more in the truck.
Oh, smart, real smart. Come on, get out before I call Sheriff Grady. Come on. Come on, let's go. Hey, get out of here.
What was that all about?
No creeps allowed. So, tomorrow after school?
What about your father?
In the front, by the bike rack.
Let me see your faces, cowards! Hey, buggers!
You know, you should have told her.
No. Being on the first name basis with a couple of angels isn't exactly something you blurt out on the first date. And the second date, for that matter.
A date? That was more like a sandwich.
Someone! Oh. Please! Oh.
Okay. Let me see. Dinah, go for help. Okay? Gotta stop the bleeding here, okay?
Please help us! There's a man across the street, he's been hurt. Call for an ambulance, please. Please help us, he's really hurt.
My name is Russell Green. Maybe you passed me and my family out on the highway. Maybe you were driving some fancy sports car or an old beat-up four-door. Or maybe you've had some hard times like us and you're out on the road with your house hitched up behind you and America the Beautiful up ahead. But whoever you are, you be sure to give us a wave next time you drive by. Because we're your neighbors, and we're all on the road together.
Why do we have to clean up when we didn't make the mess?
Nathaniel, if you were in great difficulty, wouldn't you appreciate some help from a good neighbor?
Yeah, but...
And put some more elbow grease on that brush.
There should be a time limit to being a good neighbor. Like you have to live in a town at least a month.
Your son did a great job of keeping my blood in my head instead of on those steps there.
Josh knows firsthand about violence and what it can do, Rabbi.
Ooh, maybe you better sit down.
What'd she say, Jay?
She said she didn't see a thing, Isaac, except the rabbi sitting on the steps.
Why would she lie? I saw her.
I'm sorry, Rabbi.
Lived in New York, I saw things like this. That's why I moved out here with my family. Find who's responsible, Jay.
We're going to do everything we can to find out. In the meantime, I'm going to put an extra shift on to look out for the temple for you.
Thank you. Well, better get the star back up so I can get back to my job before I lose it.
Where are you working?
Reese Construction. A couple of days. Hey, where are you off to?
School. No, big building, lots of students.
And a girl?
You bet.
Teenagers. Do they ever listen?
Oh, Josh listens. After I've repeated myself a couple of 100 times. How's that?
Perfect.
Dad was there? Did he say anything else?
No, but I saw him talking to a policeman.
Probably Sheriff Grady. He comes into our place all the time. Complains about the coffee being cold. Drives my dad crazy.
If your father knew you were with me, would he be mad?
Of course not. He thinks you're Jewish.
Well, why would he think that?
Because I told him.
Rebecca.
He's old-fashioned. He wants me to date Jewish boys. What about your father?
No, he doesn't want me to date Jewish boys. But he doesn't want me to lie about who I am either.
We'll ease Daddy into it. He'll be fine, I promise. Even he knows the pickings are slim around here.
Hey, Becca. About a ride to work.
I said no, Mickey.
You can't blame a guy for trying, right?
No, I blame you for being thick. You asked me yesterday, the day before, twice last week. The answer will always be no, so stop bugging me.
Who are you?
Josh Green.
Hey, you go to Taft High?
No, I'm just here with my family for a few weeks visiting.
How about I take you for a ride, huh?
Leave us alone, Mickey. Sorry.
You know, he was a nice guy. Yeah, I thought you said the pickings are slim.
Hello there.
Oh, Mrs. Carter.
You having trouble?
Yeah, I don't think Napoleon wants to be found.
Let me have a look. Mm-hmm. Well, you're in the right section. But you know, sometimes books have a way of hiding. I think the French and English fought so many wars, they don't like to be too close together. Even on bookshelves.
Are you a history teacher?
No, I work at a hardware store. Nuts and bolts and measures. But history's my hobby.
Well, I like history, okay, but I've never heard of it being a hobby.
Oh, my goodness, yes. I have quite a collection of European literature and koans and stamps and I have a few items from Napoleon's era.
Oh, I'd love to see them.
Well, you know where I live.
Yeah, I saw you there today talking to a policeman.
That was a terrible thing they did.
Some people say you saw who did it.
Well, here we are. Now, you go with Napoleon to St. Helena and see how the great emperor was forced to spend his last days. Josh, hold still. I've never seen you so nervous about a girl.
I'm not nervous about her. I'm nervous about her father.
Trust me, you're not nearly as nervous about him as he is about you. Teenage boys scare the fathers of teenage girls to death.
Mama, he thinks I'm Jewish.
Josh Green.
But it just sort of happened.
How did being Jewish just sort of happen?
I don't know. It's gonna unhappen tonight, and I'm just a little nervous about it.
A little advice. The sooner it unhappens, the sooner the jitters will go away.
Look, is there anything I should know before I go over there? You know, like manners? Do they do anything differently?
Like what? Do they eat with chopsticks?
Mama, they're Jewish, not Japanese.
Chew with your mouth shut. Always remember to say thank you. And Josh, I have a feeling this is going to be so good for you.
Where's my sweater?
He's your friend, Daddy.
I didn't say the sheriff doesn't care. He's got things on his mind, other things, more important things.
Because it was a synagogue and not a church?
It's the way of the world, honey. You don't like the food?
No, it's very good.
Why are you telling Mrs. Gold? I do the cooking.
It's very good.
If it was so good, your plate would be empty.
Leave him alone, Daddy.
All right. Anyway, if we don't protect our rights, we lose them. That's the way of the world, too. Isn't that right, Joshua? Take Hebron. All that unrest there. You think things will ever change there? Not in my lifetime. Probably not in yours either.
Why can't you talk about basketball or baseball like other normal fathers? Why does it always have to be stirring a pot of stew with you?
Because that's what I do best. So, tell me about this accident of yours. Cleaning away graffiti in a black neighborhood? What were your parents thinking, letting you go all alone there? Smart Jewish boy? You should be studying for your school boards.
Mr. Gold, I'm not Jewish. I'm a Christian.
What were you doing helping at the synagogue?
Do you have to be Jewish to know that something's wrong? To want to help make it right?
Excuse me, I didn't know my daughter invited a saint to dinner.
I didn't always believe that, Mr. Gold. But then a test came for me. Mr. Gold. Mrs. Gold. I'm sorry about deceiving you. Thanks for dinner.
Wait. Are we going anywhere? We're not going anywhere. Sit. So, who's Tess?
There's no easy way to explain about Tess. I mean, either you're gonna think that me and my family are a bunch of crazies, or Tess is an angel.
An angel?
Yeah. An angel sent by God. She came to my father first. She's the reason we're traveling. We're kind of like on a mission.
A mission?
Yeah. I mean, we get to meet a lot of great people on our travels, and I mean, we help some of them, but most of them have taught us about what's good and right and decent in the world.
That's how you found the rabbi? You helped out at the synagogue? You're all sent by God?
No. Maybe. I don't know for sure. Lots of weird things do happen to us, though.
Like meeting a beautiful girl who works behind the counter and trying to get to know her. You make up a bunch of lies to impress her?
Daddy.
She is beautiful, Mr. Gold. That part certainly is true. So is Tess. And Monica, too.
Monica.
Another angel. With an Irish accent. So you think I'm a complete nutball, huh?
Come on, Josh, dinner's over. You don't want to hear what he has to say because it won't be pretty and it won't be fair.
Sit.
No, I won't let you be mean to him.
You know, I was on a ship once. There was this terrible storm. We were all told to stay in our cabins, but I didn't listen. I took a walk down the corridor until I reached a door with a porthole. All I wanted was to look through it. Well, the ship pitched, knocked me against the door, fell on the deck, right up to the railing, and I was about to go over when I felt a hand on my shoulder. A hand pulling on my shoulder. All of a sudden, I was back in, and the door slammed shut. When I looked, there was nobody around.
You believe in angels?
Call them what you want. For all I know, Joshua and his family may be related to the lost tribe of Israel.
A few bumps along the way, but I think it went very well.
Me too.
Cheesecake is Dad's favorite. He gave you the biggest piece. He doesn't do that kind of thing unless he likes you.
So, can I see you tomorrow?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I could look at the guidebook. Maybe you could show me some of the local color.
Hey! You're over at the Gold's house, huh? Must be one special guy.
Spying on Rebecca? Not cool, man. Not cool at all.
I don't like it when people walk away from me.
Look, man, I don't know you. I don't have anything against you, Rebecca, and the two of you. Just do yourself a favor and leave her alone.
I'm not asking for your opinion.
It's not an opinion. It's what she wants.
Josh Green, huh? What's your real name? Greenberg?
What are you talking about?
When your Jew parents got off the boat, is her name Greenberg?
It was you, wasn't it? The other night at the synagogue.
If that was me, there wouldn't be anything left of your synagogue. So what is it, Greenberg? Greenstein? Greenblatt? Huh? What is it?
Take your pick, Mickey. Or is it Mitchell? What do your friends call you, sick-mouthed racist bigot?
Josh, stop wiggling!
Barnes.
Good. Fighting over girls so...
Normal? Stupid. Stupid.
I didn't start it. I mean, that guy's a maniac.
Well, you probably said a few things to get him mad.
Well, he was out of line.
Is the other guy as banged up as you?
Just his knuckles.
Russell, what are you gonna do?
Nothing, Mama. This is my problem.
Well, we'll go have a talk with the boy and his father.
No way.
What about Rebecca? You gonna see her again?
Yeah.
Well, then you can't run away from trouble.
Well, what do you want him to do? Get tangled up with that boy again?
No, of course not. But if this Mickey Wallace is as out of control as Josh says, next time could be even worse. I don't want that for Josh, and I don't want it for any other man's son.
Mrs. Carter?
Ah, yes, the history buff.
Dinah, is this a bad time?
No, it's a very good time. I have an hour before I have to go to work.
Okay.
And this franc, that was minted the same year Napoleon came to power.
Ah.
So was this American dollar.
But they could buy a lot more back then.
I love to look at them and think about all the hands they passed through, all the purchases they made, the little part they played in the world.
I wish these coins could talk. Think how much they would have to tell.
Well, in a way, they do. This one has an eagle on it. This one has the face of a dictator. May I help you?
Yes, ma'am. Look, Mr. Wallace.
He's on the ladder in the back.
Thank you. Valerie Carter?
Yes?
It was my daughter who asked you to call for help.
Oh, Dinah.
Yes.
Oh, yes. She's very sweet. She came by the house this morning.
Well, thank you for helping her.
How's the rabbi?
Okay. Probably be doing a lot better if the sheriff could find a man who hit him upside the head with a beer bottle. Mr. Wallace, can I have a word with you?
Sure thing, friend.
I'm Russell Green. It's my son, Josh.
Mr. Green, what can I do for you?
Well, I take it you don't have a clue as to who we are.
Do I get 20 questions?
Last night, my son's face met your son's fist.
Mickey was home with me.
After he did this. Is your boy around?
Mickey,
Yeah,
come out front.
not done yet.
Just get out here. Mickey, did you fight with this boy?
Yeah. He said some things. I said some things. Just got out of hand. Sorry, man. I'll take my share of the blame.
Your share? It's all your fault.
It's a chick thing, Dad.
Josh.
That's how it started. This guy's got a mouth on him.
So bogus. Well, I told you it was the truth, all of it.
Hey, kid, it takes two to tangle. Don't you think so, Mr. Green? Especially when it comes to teenage boys and girls.
I go back to work now, Dad.
Go ahead, son. Maybe you should teach your boy to defend himself before he goes mouthing off.
I think keeping the boys apart's probably a better idea.
Whatever works.
Thanks a lot. I feel a whole lot better now.
So, do you really think he was the one who hurt the rabbi and vandalized the temple?
It's my word against his.
He's such a creep.
Yeah, he is. So why haven't you told your father about how he hassles you?
Make things worse. My father would overreact.
What are you thinking?
About how much I want to kiss you.
too.
You're the sweetest boy I ever met in my whole life.
Sweetest boy. Now that can't be a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Mickey, get away from there.
Come on, I just need a few bucks.
You don't have permission.
I'll apologize later. I promise never to do it again. Valerie, come on, lighten up. You saw me, didn't you? The rabbi's house. Tommy was right about that Jew girl. Hope she got the message.
I'm writing an IOU for what you took.
Hey, guys. Hey, Don. Hey, Lou.
How you doing?
All right.
Seen Bennett lately?
He was in the shop the other day, working on that mansion over in Rahway.
That 10,000 footer?
Uh-huh. Man, I wish I'd have got a hold of that job. Don't be too quick to wish. The owner is an Iranian doctor. Your walls aren't straight, cuts off a hand. Your floors, I gotta run.
Then we don't do floors.
No, sir.
Thank you. Hey, Lester. Whatever happened with your truck?
Lou, the man tried to clean my clock. Quoted me one price and then tried to hang a few extra $100 on the bill.
You paid it without a fight?
No. Did the old 1-2 shuffle. Nothing better than...
I leave, bro.
How's your boy's face healing?
He'll survive.
Since when?
Nathaniel, I give you my personal guarantee. Blintzes are as sweet as ice cream and twice as bad for you. You're gonna love them.
Do you cook at your father's restaurant?
Yeah, in a pinch. My dad drives me crazy, though. See, he does everything by feel, and I still have to measure things out.
You give yourself another 20 years, you'll be doing it by feel and taste, too.
I guess. I'm trying to talk my dad into letting me go to Paris after I graduate. There's a cooking school there I'd love to go to.
Rebecca wants to open her own restaurant.
Well, that would be exciting.
Too exciting for Dad, though. He doesn't care for French food.
Well, dads are practical. If you show them you mean business, they generally come around. Isn't that right, John?
Well, yeah, fathers come around eventually. Sort of in their own, they have to be right kind of way.
Hi. Is this a bad time?
Oh, it's perfect. Come in. Looking forward to helping you with your project.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I don't often get to spend time with such a bright young person. Now, you make yourself comfortable, and I'm going to go get us some sodas.
Okay.
Dinah, I have some chocolate chip cookies and some oatmeal. And, you know, I also have ice cream. Well, maybe I should just bring it all and we'll really pig out. Dinah?
Hey, sweetheart. How are you? I don't know what to do. I was over at our house and, well, I saw this Nazi stuff, so I got so scared I just ran out.
Whose house?
Valerie Carter, you know, the woman who lives across the street from the rabbi? That's why she didn't say anything to the sheriff, Daddy. She's a Nazi. Look, I have proof. I took these.
I'm Dinah's mother.
Oh, is she all right? She left earlier without a word.
'Cause she was scared.
Well, of me?
Of what you represent. She saw the books, a picture of Hitler. These pamphlets.
Oh, no. Oh, you don't understand. No, I only keep those to help me remember.
Well, it's funny you choose to remember this, but you forget who attacked the rabbi. I should have put all this together back at Wallace's hardware store.
Oh, no, what you're thinking, that's not true.
I want you to stay away from our daughter.
I only keep those things because my grandparents were taken when I was 8. To the camps. To Dachau. My papa bribed a Gestapo agent for travel papers and train tickets. We arrived in Zurich with nothing except the clothes we were wearing. My father worked for 5 years as a busboy to make the money for the boat tickets to America. When we arrived in New York, both my parents cried. They felt free for the first time since before the war, since they started taking the Jews. But although we were free, Papa never forgot his fear. He told us over that first meal that we were no longer Jewish. The next day was Sunday. I went to church. I was a Christian.
And your parents, did they stop believing?
They passed. They wanted me to be safe. They didn't want me to live a life of religious persecution. But I knew their decision caused them suffering. I could hear Papa at night. He told me the moaning was the wind or the floorboards creaking, but I knew what it was. It was Papa's heart breaking from the shame. I saw the ugliness the other night. My Papa was right. Persecution never goes away.
Only if we look the other way. Only if we don't stand up to it.
Now is the time. Now is the time.
Valerie, what'd you forget?
We have to talk about Mickey.
She's off on a hot date. What's her name? You know, the one with the dark hair. The Jewish girl.
Rebecca Gold. Oh, dear God.
Red and white, I didn't know what the occasion called for.
Calls for thanks. Calls for friendship.
Well, there's plenty of that to go around, Isaac. We really appreciate you opening your home to us like this.
Yeah.
Hester, do you always set such a beautiful table?
Only on Friday nights. It's a tradition we would break with great reluctance.
Sometimes it's difficult. The kids complain they'd rather be with their friends. But at the end of the week, I want the family together.
Amen to that.
Oh, that's a good rule. Making time to be together.
Oh, we have to make time to pass on our traditions to our children. It's up to us, isn't it? Otherwise, how are they going to know how to raise their own kids? Come on, we'll open these.
She's a sweet girl.
And smart and pretty.
He's growing up.
They make a nice couple.
One day he's going to find a girl he likes so much he won't be able to leave her behind.
I've thought about that.
And when that day comes,
Russell and I will have to let go.
yes, it will.
Oh, Hattie. He's sitting right over there, and I miss him so much already.
Honey, you'll never have to worry about that boy. He has roots. No matter how far you travel, he'll know his way home.
That was really beautiful.
Thanks. I've been working on it for a while. A long while. Never been able to finish it, but then in the night, the notes just kind of floated in my head. It was weird.
I couldn't sleep either. Just tossed a lot. Way out of the ordinary for me, the queen of sleep.
Well, in between the notes, you're all I was able to think about.
I wish we weren't sitting out here. They're staring at us.
Yeah, I know. I can feel my mama's eyes. I think my grandma's probably trying to pry her away from the window.
No, they're both looking at us.
I don't know how, but I'm gonna see you again.
You'll forget about me. New town, new girl.
I'm not a sailor, Rebecca.
Maybe in Paris then.
You think you really go?
Yeah. I'll work on my dad every day until he pushes me out the door.
In Paris then.
Nathaniel, would you like the candles?
Wait a minute. I'm not Jewish.
Oh, a candle's a candle. But it can also remind us of someone we miss, or help give us direction for when we lose our way.
I'll think of my daddy.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu, v'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Your mind? I'm sorry. I can't believe my boy would do such a thing. I don't know where he gets such ideas from.
Maybe from the same man I heard bragging about down the mechanic.
What? That was just a figure of speech.
A racist figure of speech, Mr. Wallace. A seed of an idea that sooner or later will turn into a painted swastika.
The ugliest symbol in human history.
Whatever it costs, I'll pay for the cleanup.
Send Mickey by. I'm sure he can take care of it himself. Valerie? Please, stay to dinner.
Oh, I don't want to intrude.
I don't invite intrusions for dinner. I invite guests I want in my home. Please join us.
This must have been very hard for you.
Well, it's been a long time coming, Mr. Green. A long time.
Before we begin today, I'd like to take the time to thank every one of you for helping to restore my home and your temple to its present beauty. And for those of you who have not met the Green family yet, I strongly suggest that you introduce yourselves after services.
Well? Can't come in, Dad.
There's nothing for you to say.
Testifying against my friends, isn't that enough?
What do you think? Sorry for interrupting, Rabbi Kaplan. But if it's okay with you, there's a few words I'd like to say to you and to your congregation.
Please.
I've always thought of myself as a good father, a decent man. I found out the other day that I've made some mistakes, big mistakes. I didn't realize that a simple comment or joke could be so hurtful. I'm not a bigot. I don't hate anybody. And I don't want my son to hate anybody either. That's not who we are.
Sorry, Dad. I'm sorry for everything that I did to you. Rabbi, I'm sorry that you were hurt. And all the terrible things that we did. I'm sorry.
Wait.
No, I was shot in the shoulder and the leg. But when I fell, I hit my head, and I was totally blind for a month.
So your dark glasses have nothing to do with you being a Jack Nicholson impersonator?
No, my eyes are still sensitive to the sun and certain types of lighting.
You know, I've heard some stories before, but this one is definitely the most creative.
Oh, well, everything he said is true.
Stop helping.
Hey, keep that down, man. Come on, they're gonna see you.
What do you care, Mickey? Girlfriend won't give you any trouble.
Rebecca's a dog, man. I don't want to have anything to do with her.
Yeah, right, Mickey. She dissed you in third period. Everybody heard.
Why you want to hang around a Jew girl anyway?
Yeah, man. She talks too much and is way too smart for your dumbness.
I stood across from her in biology class. I thought it was the frog, man. But no, she's got this bad odor thing going on. Fill that up, man. I didn't know she was a Jew. So we gotta teach that girl something. So we gotta teach them all something.
So you and your family just travel around the country and see stuff?
Well, sort of, I guess.
And your mom teaches you. That must be weird.
Oh, she's a great teacher, but she's really strict. No slacking off when Mom hands out the assignments.
Well, what about you, Rebecca? What's life like around here?
Boring. I work here, go to school, work here some more. I don't go anywhere.
Seems like a pretty good job. How long you been doing it?
All my life. My dad owns a place. He's not too fond of me talking to the customers. Especially the cute ones.
You think Josh is cute?
Yeah, in a Brad Pitt meets Johnny Depp sort of way.
Well, is that good enough for an ice cream after you get off? Or tomorrow, or the next day?
My father wouldn't approve.
Hey, get out.
Give me the beer back.
You're underage. Come on.
Yeah, whatever. We got more in the truck.
Oh, smart, real smart. Come on, get out before I call Sheriff Grady. Come on. Come on, let's go. Hey, get out of here.
What was that all about?
No creeps allowed. So, tomorrow after school?
What about your father?
In the front, by the bike rack.
Let me see your faces, cowards! Hate buggers!
You know, you should have told her.
No. Being on the first name basis with a couple of angels isn't exactly something you blurt out on the first date. And the second date, for that matter.
A date? That was more like a sandwich.
Someone! Oh. Please! Oh.
Okay. Let me see. Dinah, go for help. Okay? Gotta stop the bleeding here, okay?